Terran Rise, all that stuff still turned on. Power, the whole 9 yards. Demands from the customers, which I think that. My perspective on sandbox mode is to be able to replicate. You got whatever 300 million Americans. How many Americans do we have? How many Americans are there? Do you know, hon?
Off the top of my head, no. Would you like me to look it up?
No, it's not necessary. We got all these Americans, right? You got all these Americans, and we're supposed to be represented by these groups. Okay, well, it's so weird. Like this right here, I was in this park for hours and I'm only on day 2. It's midday, it's noon. And the time moves so realistically, right? It's stinky dog, stinky hat, stinky balloons. Yeah, with the whole signage, yes, I totally agree. Prairie dogs are a thing, yes. Think that this game deserves to fail. I think it's a better game than that. Did they make mistakes? Yes, they did. But it still is a fun game because like they won't know who she is, they won't see her, they won't look her in the face. They're just looking at her fucking feet. I guess that's okay. Now, I might feel different if I was a foot guy. Then I might be like, oh, or maybe it might be like a kinky thing, like, hey, to get to this ride too, don't we? So we have 2 rides up and running, 1 mechanic, but the mechanic zone, I think, only covers that. I don't, if I'm not good at any games and I don't play the same game for very long, so be warned. Oh, I'm also really crass and rude. I think that sums it up. Thanks, Hawk. All right, so let's get into this little. We have not been watching the guys that offer their opinions, so we've just been looking at the numbers. But it is far too early to establish what these numbers mean. We're still looking for mail-in ballot voting. And then I'll get up the next day and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna continue what I did last night. And I'll have forgotten the mechanics I used to build what I'm looking at in front of my face. You know how stupid that makes me feel? Plus,
my anxiety's gone, so now I'm like, I'm ready. The camera froze.
You know. Quack. Let's see. Oh, we just got a new dog, didn't we? We just got a new dog. What are you guys' Christmas plans this year? Who's coming, going? City areas. And a bunch of rural areas. The big cities are on the coast, along the rivers, big bodies of water, right? Basically, that's just sort of the way. All right. Dirty Milkman. I tend to be stupid. I tend to be rude. Not rude towards chat, but like rude towards the world. How else would you describe me? Yeah, I suck at games. If you come in here looking for technique, no, but if you and we'll make it happen as we slide around the pool to sweet disco music while drinking some strawberry lemonade. I also want to hide this a little better. This shouldn't be in sight. If we go to the heat maps and we look at guest experience, entertainment, hunger, thirst, restroom, nausea, energy, pain. Which one is Senate races? The Republicans have a huge advantage this election because they have an enormous number of incumbent seats that are not up for re-election. But the House turns over every election. So these are all going to be all new representatives in the House of Representatives. So pencil.
Dude, you didn't have to go that hard on the new guy. Just motivating him to try harder next time.
Still says it's testing. What are you talking about? What are you talking about still testing? Yeah, we're open. Fuck that testing bullshit. All right, so now the coaster's open. And I mean, is there a multiplayer park builder? Probably. How does it work? I don't know. This game works this way. Is it perfect? Probably not. But you
said pineapple apple punch or whatever the heck it was that you were drinking, so
Our park, the newest park in the Hootie Hoot franchise, is called the PPP. About with this when I'd heard about it is how bad the game has been consolified. Oh, Hades, what's up? You hate today? Yeah, I don't blame you, man. Today's not a great day. That's why we're here trying to. But the interface is really bad. You saw me struggle through it last night, right? There was. It's like, well, why are some of these over here? Why? Oh, because the default mode is blueprint mode, but you don't know it's blueprint mode unless you understand the dynamic at the game. There's a lot of them, and they're worth it. I'm not saying those people are wrong, right? I am not saying those people are wrong. You have a big legacy to uphold when you go from game number 1 to its sequel. You have to obviously you got to build your base, right? You want to make a larger art. So I value his opinion, so therefore I took his words as truth, but I can't argue on his behalf because I'm not him. If you want me to, I'll introduce you. You can argue with him. I can't. Full study or not, that bugs the fuck out of me. I don't think I should have to pay for that. I think my government should fucking pay for that. Likewise, school, I don't think that we should be paying for fucking school. Let school be paid for by fucking taxes. And since everybody's got to work, I don't have to remember. Where did Sushi go? Is he in the picture? Can we see him? I was thinking that we probably might have another one of these ducks while this amazing music has been playing. So I was going to check that, but I thought we don't have too much time left, but let's take a minute. Once again, I want to draw your attention to the crowd. Now, one of the things that you get a chance to, we get a chance to kind of work together. That'll be fun, right? Because I think we'd probably want to do it in Discord. Oh, well, yeah. What we would do is we would create a plan. I don't see who just fell. Oh, right here. Oh, is this right there? Look at that. Oh, wow. It's like a milk carton.
Guys, I'm scared. Just kidding.
Even though they're qualified to do that job and any fucking idiot can do this job, I've got to pull my qualified person out of a specialized job to put these flags up because you're a fucking piece of shit. Now, for me, it's cut and dry. Write the dude up and wait till next and write themselves out, right? They have control. They have the legal right to make themselves not exist. So if that happens, that might change things. But as long as they're trying to fake it, that we've got this information into people's homes that is so far off the truth that it borders on conspiracy. Now, these organizations, pretty sure it's 120 proof. Nice. Planet Coaster 2 could be really, really detailed, really, really pretty. I thought the crowd modeling, like when we load the map, it always says the number /240 or something. There's two numbers, right? The first number and the second number. The first number, I'm assuming, is the number of ducks who can access that pool of unlocked, and the second is like tweezers. Whenever I feel one, it's like, okay, hold on, and it comes out. I didn't realize it's a real situation. I don't pluck my beard though, or any other hair on my body. It's really just the facial hair. That is a vendor. And in she goes. Look at that. Jumps over the counter. Bam. Over business. I love it. All right. Get this back here. And we need a generator. We need a generator for back here. It ain't going to work otherwise. So, facilities. Before they show up to fix an hour before they start to walk to the ride. Right? Because the folks walk slow. But the game is working as intended. The rides are going to be So I can make them 12. The line builder seems like the right call. Straight is what I definitely want. I don't know exactly where it's going to start, where it's going to end, but I kind of got a visual idea, right? So the first thought process was that and this is another reason why people have gotten crazy. It took me a while to really come to grips with this. Holy smokes, does the day go slow? The day goes so slow. And something else, but the way that I see this universally really is see if that's any different. Okay, so this let's see. Do I have here? No, well, you know what's crazy? What I find really weird is when I was young, one of the things that my wife really liked about me was I wasn't very hairy. That is a vendor. And in she goes. Look at that. Jumps over the counter. Bam. Over business. I love it. 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 All right. Let's standardize on a trash can and a bench design, shall we? If we filter for trash can, there is the aquatic style, the mythology, right? There it is. It's got an exclamation point and everything. So you're like, oh no, what's happening? But I just showed you what's happening. The only thing that happened is the service certificate just now expires. The concepts of socialism and fascism. When you're told that you are a socialist fascist.
Thank you. The bullies picked on me for reading in my old school too. That's not a cute girly getting picked on for reading.
Bugginess. The problem is when the bugginess gains so much critical mass that it tips, and then people just pile on, right? People want to pile on because it's fun to pile on. And if that happens, they have no one to blame but themselves. I think the key is stick to 4-meter elevation intervals. Some of the wall heights they go in intervals of 4, so it seems to work better. Like if I wanted to enclose this underneath here, I would use 4-meter wall heights. But now I want to build a little garbage park. This is you can see there's a lot of people leaving the park, and I think that the game simulates sort of a exodus, kind of a hey, we're doing a shift from one to. See if that's any different. Okay, so this game simulates the mechanic function is different. It's really quite different, and that's why I ran to sandbox mode, was because it services it. It also restores the ride condition. If you do an emergency call, it's basically saying, "Hey, mechanic, come over here right now and deal with this." Now we have one mechanic in the park and one ride. So the thing that would... I'm satisfied. Feel the heat? I'm moving my feet. All right, so these are the biggest standard paths I can make. However, we can run, we can make it wider if we need to. And I think I probably want to. Yeah. Except this isn't going to connect. This isn't going to come to a point because these intersections get so problematic. It just becomes a fucking snarling mass of people. And so I'm hoping that I can minimize that by a combination of things. You know, the first thing I talked about, which is this is just going to be a big area for people. The second thing I want to do is I got to get transport options right here, like right up front. There has to be something right fucking there. obviously we may not have the solution right away. I get that. But it's kind of important that it happens because we need it. It's a necessity. So, I'm, yeah, okay, so this is also going to be kind of weird. This is a little bit offset because this is going to come in this way and then this is here. So we're going to, let me see if I can fix this. I want to make this as symmetrical as I can. I don't know how successful I'll be. This is a pretty big thing. So but I'm hoping as I go there to there. Okay, so see how the angle snap kind of bends me over a little bit right there. I don't. So see, I need to turn the angle snap off probably to make it exactly precise, but I don't need to make it precise. That's the point. If you snake the entrance path in, it would hide any misalignment. No, this is not a path, right? This is going to be, this whole thing is going to be courtyard. It's going to be entirely courtyard, and it's going to have, I'm going to put eventually, so the operational way is that this is all going to have shops. You'll be able to buy food. You'll be able to buy hats. You'll be able to buy balloons, umbrellas. There'll be multiple guest services in there. I mean, you'll be able to buy the whole fucking kit and caboodle the minute you come in the gate. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Right? Then you'll take one of these two paths. Right? Either the right path or the left path. That's the choice that every person who comes into this park faces. Is we go that way or do we go that way? That way has the fucking dragon claw. And that way has Saskatchewan beef. Both world famous roller coasters. You want the people to make that choice, right? So we're going to give them ample opportunity. Plus, there's going to be, like I said, there's going to be transport here. I don't know what it's going to be. The only transport that I know what I have unlocked. I don't know what's unlocked here. Let's see. What do we have? Let's take a look. Here, I want to build that. Oops. Nothing. So we have to research it. I'm assuming our research is shared. Are you, well, no. Well, you haven't played that much yet, have you? You haven't played, the big wheat, Saskatchewan's new super coaster. Yeah. Yes, I love everything about that. The big wheat. Yes. It's a must. It's a must. All right, well, I got to get out of here so that my wife can go to sleep. And I probably got to give the dog medicine and maybe make popcorn. What else do I do? What else do I do? You know what? I'll probably be building this. Although I still want to finish my I don't know. We'll see. Actually, I'm probably going to build this because I think that I think because we're going this way, I think it'll be a little bit different. I think the scope will be different, so we'll be able to see. It'll be fun. I look forward to this. I really look forward to this. So let's see. Let's save. Save park, upload changes. Save park, online collaboration, puff park. Save. Upload changes. Inform other members of the change you have made. All right. Started road layout. Period. And upload changes. There it goes. So it's going to take this up. But now I can choose, like if I'm like, hey, don't build nothing on it, right? Let me get my opening pathway up. Let me get that layout, my first layout shit there. I don't have to upload that because when you upload it, it makes a version. Here, let's take a second for that. Because if I go to the franchise menu. And we look at the Hootie Hoots, right? So the Hootie Hoots have 2 parks. So we open Hootie Hoots, and it says, all right, here's your 2 parks. This one is pending edits. So that means that Asdini has on his computer has a version of that that's not been uploaded yet. That doesn't matter, right? It can stay that way. It's fine because you're not sharing it. Now, when you click on it and go to it, and I look at Manage Park, version control, these are the two versions that you got right there. Version 1 was on the 11th, and version 2 was on the 13th. Those are the two times that you uploaded that park. So every time you upload it, it changes the version number. So normally you really wouldn't upload it until your park is done. I mean, not your park, your part, whatever it is that you're working on. Because like you saw, it asked me for a description. Like let's go to my part. Let's go to mine real quick. I think we have time. I'm gonna have to start the song over for a second, but let's see. We'll go back. So this is Experience Regina, but I can go back to Explore Parks and I can go to Puff Puff Park and I click on it. And then same thing, go to Manage Park, and now the version control again both are today, and then you can see right here, started road layout. That was the node. So it made an initial version, and the game made it called initial version, and then when I uploaded that first version right there it is right there. Now and you can see I worked on it for whatever, 6 minutes, 3 seconds. I'm assuming there's a way to revert it, but I'm assuming that's you have the ability to say, okay, let's change this back to version 1. Just gonna ignore version 2's changes. Like if something gets screwed up or whatever the case may be. Again, if this was a business, we would establish the rules when you upload to the server. Right? Like, that's just the way it would be. Like, and different people have different relationships, would say different things. The owner says, I want it uploaded at the end of every month. The lead guy wants it uploaded every day. Right? So we would do, but we don't need to do that, right? The way we're working on it, so we don't need to do that. So just, but yeah, that's the way the version control stuff works. So it's cool, right? I think it's super cool, and it reminds me of a lot of protocols on a standard project that I've done for a long time. I mean, this is version control like that is pretty standard stuff. But see, what we're using the upload feature to like switch responsibilities. Like if you laid out something and you're like, hey, can you go in and I'll just say something easy, but can you electrify this new land of mine? I've made it, and can you electrify it? So I would go in and I would edit it, and I would do my thing, and then I would upload it, and my notes would be uploaded electrical for fucking joint land. Yeah, no, concurrent building would be super cool, but what the problem you get into is that synchronization thing. And people, it's a lot nicer in theory than it is in real life. That's something that I think is, there's nothing more frustrating than working on something for 45 minutes, an hour, and then you have some kind of error, right? One person can't connect to the internet or whatever, and all of a sudden the thing goes, I'm fucked. Hold on, I got to restore my last backup. It's an hour ago. And you're like, oh, fuck. This way you can see by doing that type of thing, that type of file management, there's a sense of security there. Because now you got a version of it on the network, and then you got a version on your computer. And then the other fact is now I have a version on my computer too, because I downloaded it to edit it. So I have that last version that I edited and uploaded, that version I have. You would take that version and download it, you would edit it, and then maybe upload it again, or even if you didn't upload it, but either way you edit it, I am still able to look at my local version. The game's gonna go, hey, hold on, that version's changed, that's the version now. But that version's still there. So it offers a little bit of flexibility on like disaster recovery if something gets all fucked up. At least it should, right? It looks like it does. Oh, that's it. I've used both my goodbye songs, so I better get out of here. Or is it back to Big Bad Voodoo Daddy? So yeah, I look forward to this. I really do. I think this will be kind of fun. So we'll see who has more free time and who's able to make shit happen. Then we'll compare notes, and then like I said, we can make improvement stuff. Or if you fuck something up, or if I fuck something up, I'm like, hey, can you look at this? I think I borked it. It was working okay the other day. Now the guys are all puking. All right. Okay, so thank you for hanging out. I know it became the Asdini show for a bit there, but that's all right. We learned how to set this up, and therefore it's worth it for us. I think we'll be able to show off some pretty cool shit, though, right? I think this will be kind of fun because it'll be neat. So thanks. We did the ducks. We unlocked a couple of new and gave some names to some, so that's good. And then I'm happy. I'm still really super engaged with the Planet Coaster. Now we got a new project, the Puff Puff Park. I still gotta, I'm still work through that campaign. I find it valuable, so I'll keep doing it. And I'm just wrap my head around how much time it actually takes to do stuff, and that's just the way it is. So, but I feel pretty good. This will be fun. So I'll be back on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. We're gonna be rescheduling Dungeons and Dragons. I don't like having it on the weeknight, but it's a decent sized group, and everybody works. So trying to find that one day where we can play for 3-4 hours. Exactly.
Tabarnak.
Yeah. So that is the thing, but. I'll let you know ahead of time, and then of course we got this little project. This will be fun. And plus, it gives me some cheap content that I can go to. Just give everyone a status update on the goddamn parks. So, hootie hoots. Good company, man. All right, I will see everybody on. Yeah, hell yeah. I'll see everyone on Thursday. Bye. Then we're gonna switch over to Coaster and get this franchise set up, or actually just gotta connect to it because it sounds like it's already there. What was it called? Hootie Hoot?
The kid didn't really help out much. He didn't really say. Get that good sleep. Get that beauty rest. We will see you soon. Have a good rest of your week.
And it's super interesting and 100% believable because, you know, culturally there is a dramatic difference, right? Culturally there is a dramatic difference. And when we talked earlier about the idea that, you know, the bugginess. The problem is when the bugginess gains so much critical mass that it tips, and then people just pile on, right? People want to pile on because it's fun to pile on. And if that happens, they have no one to blame but themselves. Things. Number one, I don't need all these vertices if I'm going to have this a much simpler design. So we're going to get rid of some of these vertices, right? So these white dots, those are vertices. It's how you define the line segment, line entity. So the first thing we're going to do, though, is
If only it were that easy. Even the mighty strength of bubble wrap, she's too fragile, and that's not going to change.
hiding from it. I really have. Right? I really have. I shared the story yesterday where I'm like, I got to go to the bathroom. Or excuse me, to use Canadian terms, I got to use the washroom. And so I grabbed my phone. I'm like, no, what's this for? What am I going to do? No one really put Iowa in play. Iowa was going to be a Trump state, right? It's because it's been that way. Whoever wins Pennsylvania, yeah, Pennsylvania is a big one. I mean, these battleground states. Oh no! Don't look at me, sir. No, I would not do that. There's the non-assigned janitors, trash cans. I liked it. I like it. They're getting emptied. See, that makes me happy. So those will go. That's worth it. That one. Then I could start this other part. This would still be in the franchise. You're still the manager of the franchise. Just now